my name is Christine. Today we're going to be making some meringue pops and meringue cookies so I can show you at home how to do this. It's very, very easy. It's one of the first things I learned, and let's get to it. So I got 4 egg whites in here, which comes up to about 4 ounces. And I'm adding in 1 cup of sugar to that, or about 200 grams of sugar. Okay, so I'll do that and then I'll come right back to you. So I am mixing the egg whites with I use caster sugar because it dissolves quicker and it just makes it easier to get to the Swiss meringue part and get to getting your egg whites whipping and stuff. So we're going to be cooking this mixture of egg whites and sugar over a bain-marie, which is just a fancy word for hot water bath. And what is underneath is hot water, and this will be on top. So you don't want this to be like boiling out of control. You want it to just be simmering. And then just like it is right there. And then we're going to take this up till we can't feel the grittiness anymore of the caster sugar between our fingers. About 110 degrees Fahrenheit. You can go as high as 130 and it would really be okay, but or even 140 I've done Swiss meringue up to, until the caster sugar was dissolved. Usually Swiss meringue I will cook to the temperature that eggs are cooked at, which is 140 degrees, or that they're safe, pasteurized I mean, for eating, because you do not want to serve raw eggs to people. So let's get a reading here, and it's around 80 degrees, and I'm just going to continuously stir this, because if I don't, it'll catch on the bottom and the sugar will burn, or the eggs will you know, cook. So actually the sugar wouldn't burn, the eggs would just cook, and you'd have cooked eggs with sugar. Not very good, not what we're looking for. We're not making creme brulee, we are making meringue cookies. So now we're getting into the 90s. 95 on the outside. So we're going to make sure the outside is well mixed. And just want to make sure you get in those corners really well. And really break up the egg. You know, I do that before when I put the sugar in, I kind of give it a good stir just to break up that egg, the white. And just keep continuing to check the temperature. You can buy these ones that clip on to the metal with a magnet like that. And they're so super simple. I got this off Amazon and it was one of the best buys I ever got. And it was really cheap. Okay, so we're getting into the 100 area zone, which is good. And honestly, the sugar looks pretty dissolved. Let's do another check of the temp. Reaching 100 in some spots, which is good. Just continue to stir this. It can take up to 6 minutes of doing this, so why don't I get back to you when this has reached the right temperature? And then, oh, it's at 115. Perfect. That is perfect. We've reached 110. Time to take it off. I don't see any sugar grind. Oop, I do see some on the sides. Yeah, clean the sides of your pans. Make sure that sugar gets off the sides, or it's just going to be... So let's make sure the sugar dissolves. All the sugar's dissolved up on the sides. I'm going to take this out because I know it's around the right temperature. We're going to be putting these in the oven anyways. If this was a frosting, yes, you need to cook it to, I believe it's 140 or 145 to kill the bacteria, salmonella, that may be in eggs. Not always, but may be found in eggs. So that's why we cook it. That's why we temper the eggs. Alright, I think we're at a good stopping point. All the sugar looks dissolved. Now I'm just going to check it with my finger. I'm just going to see if this is feeling grainy or... Nope, all the sugar is dissolved. It's perfect. Ready to go onto the mixer. So if you come with me, put the egg whites and sugar into the mixing bowl, as you can see right here. And I'm going to start mixing that on a low speed, and I'm going to add my half a teaspoon of cream of tartar right now. Actually, I'm going to do that when the egg whites get soft. So let me just wash my hands. You can look at that. Okay, so I'm going to come back to you in a couple minutes when I have all of my stuff measured out, and I will show you how to do it. So I'm going to add my half a teaspoon of cream of tartar to the mix now. And everything was vinegared down before, just to let you know. Anything that touched the egg whites was vinegared down first and foremost, because you can't have any traces of grease or fat. Anything like that will inhibit the meringue from becoming a meringue. So I'm going to put it in now, the cream of tartar now. The eggs are just a little, they're white and opaque. So I'm going to add the cream of tartar in now. Just going to sprinkle that in. Alright, give that a mix. And you do not want to have this on too high of a mix, because the meringues will come out hollow. So you want to keep this on like a medium mix. You don't want to really go past medium high. Like you can go all the way up to about 5 or 6, but I would not take it past that, because you run the risk of having hollow meringues. So now I'm going to add my pinch of sea salt. Actually, no, I'm going to wait until it reaches soft peaks, and then I will add the pinch of sea salt and the vanilla, because that's what I like to put in my meringue cookies. I just like vanilla bean. I use a type of vanilla bean paste that I get off Amazon. And it's great. I love it. It has a great flavor, and it doesn't really make it less white. It just has like the bean specks in it, so you can really see the vanilla. So I don't know, I like that. So it's reaching soft peaks right now. This is what soft peaks are. You see how the it's starting to make ribbons into the egg white? That means you're getting into a soft peak stage. It's starting to actually form. You can see it's leaving traces of the circular motion as it goes around. So I'm going to just measure out a little. Well, I'm just going to take a pinch of sea salt. Pinch of sea salt, and grind that up good in my fingers. Pinch. And then we're going to add, I like to add a teaspoon. That's my daughter. She's laughing. She's having a good time over there with her stuff. Okay. So we're going to do a teaspoon. Actually, do we usually, I don't know. I'll use a teaspoon. Okay. And add that in. So I just added the vanilla bean paste and the salt, and I'm going to start the mixer back up again. Now, if you're coloring a meringue all one color, you could add the coloring right into the meringue, like now, even if you wanted to. But I'm going to be making 4 different colors. So, and be careful when you add color. You have to fold it in. You can't just like really beat it really hard, because you'll lose all that air that you just built up in the meringue. So you just want to fold the gel coloring very carefully into a bowl with the meringue. So I separate the meringue into 4 bowls. To the stage, it's nice and shiny. It's getting shiny. When it's getting shiny like that, you know you're doing a good job. We're almost there. Let me just scrape this down, and we'll come back in a few minutes. And when this is done mixing, you can take a look really quick in there. Take a look in there really quick. And we'll be back when this is at full peak. A soft peak situation, like this is like when you would add the cream of tartar, but you can add it in the beginning too, or the salt and the vanilla. It's really up to you. Some people say to add it at, you know, the soft peak stage, but as you can see, mine's turning out fine, so I just wanted to add that in. So now that I've reached at stiff peaks, I'm dividing up the meringue into 4 bowls so that I can have 4 different colors. I'm just kind of doing a dollop in each. Alright, so I have my meringue divided into 5 bowls. And you want to use like, I use Meringue food gel. I really like it. I'm using pink, yellow, purple, blue, and green. And yeah, that's what I'm using today. And you only need like 1 drop. That was kind of a big drop. We just want to mix it gently. Mix it very gently in so that you don't deflate your meringue. And I kind of like this swirly look, so I'm going to keep it swirled like that. Like some colors I will do fully. Like, yeah, I'll probably end up doing this pink one fully. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow, and that'll tone down that pink to a nice little peach, like just a tiny bit. So it won't be so bright. And I'll just tone that pink down a bit so it's like a nice strawberry color. Perfect. So there's my pink. I'm just making sure it's pretty much all stirred in here. Oops, sorry, I put it down there. I know it's hard when you're doing colors to be gentle with meringue, but try. Okay, so there's my pink. Hi, so right now I'm just, as you can see, I colored them, and what I'm doing is using the colors to make different designs. And what you do want to do is do about 2 inches apart of in between the meringues, and you want to do one up, one down, so that one up and one down, so that you have extra room, so you can fit more on the tray. And what I do is put a little bit on the stick so it sticks and it doesn't, so it won't break when you take it up out of the pan. It'll come up all out as one unit. And I'm just going for a kind of like rosette-y kind of thing. The thing with coloring them is, I'll tell you, the batter does get runny very quick, so you have to do this like pretty quickly. And it's just, the stove's preheated. I'm doing this over the stove. I have very limited space, so it's a little hard. But normally, you know, it would be much more, you want it as defined as possible. And I just do little things that I feel like doing. Like, you can even do a little squiggle around it. You can do whatever you want. It's really up to you. I'm gonna put one more little thing there. And you know, if you don't like it, you can always scrape it off and start again, but that's good for me. I am gonna do just some plain roses for some of them because I really like how those look. They're really elegant looking. Oh, I forgot to put backing on that one. That's okay. So to do a rose, you do it like that. You could even make it a little bit bigger by going around it once more. That's about a normal size cookie. And then you would do another one to sandwich it with, but you wouldn't have that on the stick. You would have that on the side. So I could do a little rosette right here, so he has a little matching friend, or she has a little matching friend to, you can sandwich them together with ganache, and just tempered chocolate or ganache or whatever you want. It's great. Chocolate with meringue is so good. Use your imagination. Look at, and the other thing is you want to look, if you have a certain like theme or thing you're going for, then try to have a picture out, you know, first, so you know what you're going to be doing, what design you're going to be doing, so that you know what you want to do. I'm going to try something like this here, kind of a scrolly type thingy. It's a lot. So do a little bit right there. I love how blue and yellow looks together. Blue and yellow just looks so cute. And I'm going to continue that around, so it's like a little wreath. And you can even do whole cookies like that as a wreath like that. I'm just gonna move that stick like that. And that's it. So, and oh, you want to put these in at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. It depends on your oven. They could even cook it as quickly as an hour and 15 minutes. It depends on, if you're doing just the rosettes, it could be like an hour and 15 minutes. I did Swiss meringue first. I didn't use a French meringue. So this is already partially cooked. So I'm just drying them out. That's really basically what I'm doing. I'm just drying them out. You're not really cooking them. I mean, they do have to get a little higher than that to be food safe. Yep, you want to do it for about 90 minutes to 2 hours. And then when they're done, leave them in the oven. Do not shut it off and just leave them alone. Don't think about them, just leave them alone. And then when you come back to them, they'll be nice and crisp. And I'll show you that tomorrow. Alright. Six pops and 6 pops and a couple of cookies and extra things, and then shut the oven off, and then just leave them in there to dry. Okay? Alright, well, I'll see you when these are all done. Take care. Hi, so this is the next day and I'm taking my meringues out. It's pretty humid out here, so if it's humid, you can always turn your oven back on for like 20 minutes or a half hour just to dry them out at 200 degrees Fahrenheit, you know, just to keep them dry. But you want to consume these within a day or two. So if you want to come over and look, they should pull off the mat very easily. There shouldn't be, like, they should just come off like that. Perfect. And this is a meringue pot. And I added a bit of glitter flash edible luster dust. It is food grade glitter dust. And I just use a tiny bit goes a long way. It's by NFD. It's on Amazon. I do like it. Here's the rose one, and what I would do is put chocolate in between and then sandwich this like this, and then you have the rose. And so yeah, that's how to make meringue pops. If you enjoyed this tutorial and you would like to see more like this, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you would like to. I'd love to have you on this journey. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.